Hey guys, Dave Chesson here of Kindlepreneur.com, and in this session I'm going to show you how you can contract Stephen King's book cover designer to create your next book. Check it out. So I'm sure you've gotten to that point, right, where you're looking for your next designer. You've got that book in mind and you're all excited, but the problem is you can't seem to get the right person to do it. And let's face it, Fiverr doesn't cut it when you're really looking for that awesome authority book or that sweet epic sci-fi that's coming out that you want to become a real bestseller. So where exactly do you go? Do you go to Upwork or Elance or any of that? Personally, I've started to see those really get stocked full of people that copy and paste, cut, do things that my 8-year-old could probably do on a computer. Now, that's not to say that everybody on those services are bad, but wouldn't it be great if there's actually a service out there that would vet people and check to make sure that they are good editors or they are good ebook cover designers before they allow them onto a platform? Well, turns out there actually is, and I'm really excited to talk about a new service out there called Reedsy. Reedsy isn't your typical ebook service. Kind of think Upwork, but truly focused on the author. Now, what they do to stand out between all the other ones is that they actually make sure that those that are on there are super legit. I mean, we're talking like Stephen King ebook design legit, or Lord of the Rings, or 47 Ronin, and the list goes on. So, how exactly do you use something like Reedsy to find the next best-selling ebook cover? Let's go ahead and check out my computer and we'll talk from there. Okay guys, so we're here at the Reedsy.com homepage, and of course, first you're going to sign up and get your account, which is really super simple. And if you check out my article on Reedsy and my review of it, you'll actually see a step-by-step process that will take you through getting your account ready to go from the get-go. But what we're going to focus on is trying to find an ebook cover for that epic sci-fi book that I always talk about, but have yet to write. Okay, so for me, I'm going to automatically log in, and this is going to bring me to my profile page, okay, the dashboard. And it's pretty simple. It's incredibly how easy they've created this, okay? So first off, I'm gonna figure out, do I want editing, design, or publicity, okay? Do I want somebody to help to make sure that my book, doesn't have those stupid spelling errors or is actually written very well? This is an amazing process because you know that if you select an editor through here, you're gonna get one that has been proven to be worth the money, not somebody who says, yeah, I'm worth $50, every 100 words or something. Believe me, there are people out there that say that, and their level of English comes to, I can write. So the good news is they'll do the vetting for you. You know what that is, all right? Design, all right? In this case, we're looking for people who are professionals, real professionals who devote their life and their work to creating ebook covers. And finally, publicity. If you need that help to get your book out there, you want to get the next New York Times bestseller, these are your publicists, okay? But we're going to work with design. Now, immediately, I'm going to go and check ebook cover. I'm going to go to English as the language, and we're looking for fiction here. And finally, let's go ahead and type in the genre. All right, now we're looking at science fiction, and immediately they will pull every freelancer that says that they will work in science fiction. I will say that some of these guys have no experience in science fiction, but they say that they will do it. I don't like that per se. I kind of wish they were a little more selective, only showing those that have experience, but understand you will find some really cool people in here. Now, to speed up the process, I've actually gone through and pulled up all these little tabs for ones that are pretty cool and worthy of talking about. So let's jump to Raphael Andre. He is the chef designer. Good thing this guy is not looking for an editor job, but if you scroll down, you can see that this guy is super legit on his ebook cover designs. It starts off by showing you books that he actually has done. You can click this and go and check it out on Amazon. But more importantly, though, like this guy did the book cover for 47 Ronin. We're going to have to scroll down here until I can get to it. There it is. 47 Ronin, which, by the way, if you haven't seen the movie, I will admit I really liked it. Yeah, I know it's got Keanu Reeves, guy who always plays sad Keanu at all times, but it was really fun. And the fact is, here's the guy who designed that cover. That's pretty nice. Let's go to Stuart Bach, okay? Now, this guy used to be the managing designer of HarperCollins. And who is in his repertoire? Stephen freaking King himself. Furthermore, he's also done The Hobbit, the New Age covers for The Hobbit. So that's pretty awesome in my book, pun intended. All right, let's move on to some legitimate people here, okay? ones that I'm looking at. Jake Clark. I was actually scrolling through here and I was blown away because I found one of my buddy's books in here. So now I know who did his design. Stephen D. Ward did the Coffeeist Manifesto, and I absolutely love this book because it's the science of coffee. Super awesome. I think I read it like 2.5 years ago and then stumbled upon him just recently. And how cool is that? Found his designer. Boom. And what a great design too. Totally catches the eye. And that's what you get when you hire somebody professional. Let's move on though. I'm looking for something that's really science fiction, right? We're talking like epic military. You know me, that's what I kind of like to do. And this guy's got something kind of neat. He's got a style. Now the question is this the style I want to go with? One thing I would say about ebook cover designers is you never want to cram that square peg through the round hole. Okay, but that's kind of neat. Maybe that's the style I'm looking. I totally love that mechanized giant thing. Let's go over to Jeff Huang. Okay, this guy has got quite the style. I would almost say though he's really nailed the young adult science fiction look. So if you're a young adult science fiction, writer, this guy might be yours. Although he definitely goes into a little Salvador Dali look from time to time, but you can really get a feel for the things that this guy can do. New age Photoshop Pro right there. But again, we're looking at a new class of designer. And finally, let's move on to this guy here, Tim Eakin. Now, this guy truly took Salvador Dali mixed in with H.P. Lovecraft, I would say. I don't know. It's like the love child of those two. But again, very unique. Perhaps you are looking for exactly that. This looks like an Australian nightmare, but gotta hand it to him. It's beautiful. In respect. So this is just kind of a quick look through. Okay, so say for example you've got the 4 that you want, then all you have to do is go over here and click select. Now this person right here has just been selected, and I can go through and click 5 at a time. Once I'm done finding those 5, I just click continue, and I can move on to the next section, which is actually contacting them with the key information. Now this is where you kind of put in the information such as the deadline for their quotes, information about the book. This is where I would recommend totally taking your time, and really discussing what you want done. Introduce yourself in your book details, and drag and drop. I would highly recommend that if you're requesting sample work, I would actually take screen captures of ideas and looks that you found on Amazon. Go ahead and scroll through there and look at your competition and say, hey, this works. I love this. This does not work. The more information you give your designer, the better chance they're actually going to design something that you're going to like. But the other thing too is that, as Derek Murphy would tell you immediately, is you don't want to tell these professional designers how to do it because they actually know what they're doing. You need to let them do it. That's when you'll get the best results. Okay, so once you're all done, you will hit submit brief, and then you have a direct conversation with these guys, and you can finally figure out exactly what price you want, and bam, you now have a Stephen King level ebook cover. Pretty simple, right? It gives you the opportunity to kind of take your books to the next level. Now, granted, when you're working with Stephen King's ebook cover designer, you got to understand that it is probably going to be a little more expensive than what you find on Fiverr, but at the same time, you're getting Stephen King level work. So in the end, I'm really excited what Reedsy is doing. It might not fit within your budget, or it might not be within your scope, but however though, as you really start to build out and you're ready to take that next level, Reedsy really feels like the right platform in which to connect with the real editors, the real ebook cover designers, and the real publicists out there. So from Kindlepreneur.com, I'd have to give them 2 thumbs up for the scope and the market that they're looking for. Again, not for everybody, but so far I think it's the best on the market. And with that, you guys stay frosty.